Hey everybody, it's Jamie Pfeffer. Welcome to your newest Pick a Card reading. And in this reading, we are asking, what advice do you need to know right now? If there's something that's been on your mind or you just want a message, you just want a general good message about what you need to know at this time, this is the perfect reading for you. Okay, what advice do you need to know right now? The only thing that you need to do right now is to take a look at the cards in front of you. This is going to be stack A, this is stack B, and this is stack C. So take a minute and see if one of these stacks seems like it's calling to you. If it is, that is the stack that you want to listen to. So all you need to do to get your reading is scroll down below the video, and there will be a description box. And in that description box, and also oftentimes in the comments, I will pin the timestamps for you. All you need to do is go to those timestamps and then click on A, B, or C. Also, if you notice that more than one of these stacks of cards sticks out to you, it's more than okay to listen to more than one message. Okay, so real quick before we get into your reading, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you did. I'm really trying to build my channel so that I can get up over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so close. And also, if you do resonate with your reading, please consider giving a positive comment below and letting me know, or liking the video. Okay, I will see you very soon on the other side. Bye. Hi, if you pick stack A, then this is your reading. And what we are looking at is what advice is here for you right now. So right off the bat, I want to tell you that Archangel Michael, I have this little angel right here. That stands for Archangel Michael. He has really come through and is coming through in this reading. If you chose this stack, you also chose this lovely amethyst stone. I will put a link below for amethyst. This is one of the most popular crystals, if not the most popular crystals. Amethyst is a variety of quartz, and it used to be known as the sobriety stone. In ancient times, they believed that having amethyst could help people stop drinking or keep their mind off of obsessions and addictions. Amethyst is a high vibration stone, and it is wonderful for working with the third eye chakra or the crown chakra. Okay, so I did this reading a little bit differently than I normally do. And what I did is I used some tarot cards and oracle cards and crystal cards. And the first card that we're going to look at is, what is the energy that you're in right now? That way, if you don't resonate with that, you can go jump to another stack. Or if you do resonate with it, it is a way that the universe is showing you that this is indeed a message that's meant for you. Okay, so let's take a look at your first card of where your current energy is. Okay, so you got the current energy of justice. So as you can see, you've got this man sitting here on this throne. He's holding a sword, and that is Archangel Michael showing through for you. Archangel Michael is the head of all the archangels, and he helps bring in clarity and truth. Then you also have in this person's other hand are the scales. So that's the scales of justice. So you could be a Libra, or you could have Libra in your chart as well. The Justice card is a major arcana card, meaning that this is something big that's going on in your life. So you may be fighting for justice in some form or in some area of your life, or for someone in your life. So let's see. Your current energy is justice. So you're looking to receive justice. You're looking for balance in maybe a relationship or within yourself or any number of things. I also want to point out that there is some more purple in this card right above the crown, and there really is a crown there, so that's pretty amazing. And then all the way down, so it is right behind all the way from his neck up. So that would also cover the third eye. And then he's got this crown, and he's got this jewel right here in his crown, which is also very cool. And then you've got the yellow, which is about mental clarity. So I feel like your advice may be about getting you mentally clear. Okay, so that's the Justice card. That's your first card. Now, the next thing that I asked for this reading is, what is an obstacle standing in your way right now? Okay, so you got the Death card. This is another major arcana. And the Death card, when we're thinking in terms of astrology, the Death card is typically associated with Scorpio. So Scorpio is like around November. That type, you would have to look up the exact dates, but even a little bit before and a little bit after. But you can also have Scorpio in many other parts of your chart. It doesn't necessarily have to just be your sun sign, okay? So this is the obstacle, is death. And this isn't talking about a real physical death. This is talking about a death to the old way of doing things. That's what I'm hearing right now, or old patterns or old cycles. And so what you will see in the background is the sun is trying to really come up. So death has come in, it's waved its flag, and you can see that here's a person here that may have died. Here is a priest. Here is a woman who doesn't really want to look at what's going on, and here is a child, okay? So the obstacle for you right now is you could be avoiding the ending of something. And because this is a general reading, this is going to be different for everybody. We'll find out more in the cards, but my advice to you is to think about where you are resisting the ending to something, or even what you want to end, and if there is a way for you to open up to that thing ending. So we'll put that there. And I had a comment about not being able to see all of the cards, so I'm really trying to make sure that those are visible. Okay, so we had your current energy and we had your obstacle. Now we're going to look at your advice and what's going to help you in this circumstance, okay? So your first piece of advice comes from these lovely cards, the Chakra Love deck, Raise Your Crystal Vibrations, by Katie Manickshaw. And I love these cards because you see how little this is? It's great. There's a whole series of these. These are by Rockpool Publishing. And you open it up, and then here are the cards right here. So I will put a link below to all of the cards that I use today, and then they have like this nice magnetic closure, so they close, they travel well. I just love them. They're awesome. Real quick before I jump forward, this is the tarot deck that I was using, and again, you see how small this is. This is actually the Rider-Waite, and it's in the Radiant Rider-Waite, and it's in a tin like this, which I really love. The cards are a great size. There's a little booklet that tells you inside about what the cards mean. Okay, so your crystal card is about having chakra balance. So your first piece of advice in the situation is to balance your chakras. You want to have unity and harmony amongst your chakras, okay? And the statement on this card is the only illusion is separation. So think about where that could pertain to you and your circumstance. This could have to do with several different parts of you inside of you. So it could be an internal situation, and bringing those parts in together in like a cohesion so that they work as a symphony in harmony with one another, as opposed to banging against one another. This could also have to do with a group situation or scenario that you're involved in, and having all the people working together, or maybe just one person, one other person, a partnership. But we all have different parts of ourselves. So the only illusion is separation. And the crystals that are suggested for this are blue lace agate, amethyst, which we already talked about, and new jade. So you can pick up those crystals if you would like to see more balance, harmony, and cohesion in your life, within yourself or within another area of your life. And I will put links below to all the crystals and the card decks that I talk about today. So you've got that. Now, your next pieces of advice come from the Kyle Gray. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. And the artwork on this is by Lily Moses. So I just love, love, love these cards. I love working with animals. I receive a lot of animals myself, and I feel like a lot of people that are attracted to my energy and my channel are empathic, and empaths typically have a special relationship with animals. One of my spirit guides right now is also an owl, so this means a lot to me. I've also received the leopard and the raven and the deer, so I will put a link to those below. So let's see what your advice is with that. Okay, so your first card is about drumming, and it talks about dreaming and journeying. So to me, this really speaks highly of meditation. Whatever the situation is for you, if you need to ground your energy. That's what drumming is about. It's really about grounding. But I'm seeing the red on the robe, which is also about grounding, and then the death. So I was hearing fear. There are definitely ancestral energies here. I can definitely feel them. So there's ancestral energies here, and there are things going on with cycles here, because I was really drawn to the cycles of the moon and then the sun. So drumming, you can find free music of drumming online on YouTube. So I would recommend doing that, or doing a meditation where you are focusing on the sound of drumming. And let's see what your other card is. Wow, beautiful. The Direction Guardian. Choose your path. So I think that there are a bunch of different things that are pulling on you surrounding one or more aspects of your life. And I feel that you're trying to get justice. You want to be balanced. You don't want to be the underdog anymore. You don't want to be the persecutor. And you also are at the end of a cycle, and you're ready for that cycle to be over. So what these cards are telling you today is that you're in this justice stance. Justice is also a very strong card. It's very confident. And when it comes in the upright, it's telling you that you are going to get justice, okay? Your obstacle is this death card. So something in your life wants to end, and it needs to come to an end. Only you will know what that is. If you're having difficulty figuring out what it is, I do encourage you to book a private reading with me. I love doing private readings, just like I love doing these readings. But what you can do if you can't book a private reading is you can look at what your advice is. So your advice is to know that the only illusion is separation, and to bring your chakras into balance. I'm also reminded about this right here, and I will put a link to this. So this is a crystal heart that's created out of, it's 7 different crystals that are like melded together. I love this thing. It's amazing. I will put a link to this. So you've got all of the crystals. I mean, you can literally lay on the floor or on the couch and put this at your different chakra points and have your chakras come together like that. You could actually set an intention and put this like on an altar or some piece of furniture in your house that is you're designating as your intention setting spot, and ask for your chakras to be put in balance. And then you are asked to ground yourself and to experience the energies of drumming and dream and journey. So meditation's really coming up here. I would highly suggest doing some meditating. If you need it, I also have a fantastic root chakra grounding meditation. And because it says journey, they want you to journey inward. And this is related to your ancestors. So my best guess is that this is an ancestral pattern, and it's time for it to end. Your ancestors are trying to help you end this pattern. And then your last card was the Direction Guardian. So you've got all of these different animals here. I don't even know what animal this is, but you've got this angel here, and I told you got Archangel Michael right there. You've got the cow and the lion, so there might be a Taurus or a Leo involved. I'm not sure if this is an eagle. It looks like an eagle to me. So eagles can have the ability to fly up really high and see from many miles away down below. So like you see, there's the third eye again. So that's about meditation. And I also talked about the third eye and the crown chakra at the very beginning with the amethyst. I want to look at the book really quick and see what it says about the Direction Guardian. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense. And it basically says that your path isn't set in stone right now, and it's really up to you what you would like to do next. They don't want you to put a ton of pressure on yourself, and they don't want you to bend to the will of what other people seem to want for you. So I'm really feeling like a feeling of constriction, and also what you may think is time to end. It could be that, but it could also be something like related to that, such as, let's say that you have addiction in your family and you know that it's time to end those patterns. Instead of it talking about you ending addictive patterns or codependency or something like that, I mean, it certainly could be. It's not as bad for yourself as what you think. It could actually, it's more uplifting. They're guiding you to end something that's hurting you, which of course addiction would, but I'm really feeling like it's ending negative thinking. And in negative thinking, there's different forms of negative thinking. And one of those forms of negative thinking is, it could be, low self-esteem, which manifests from it. It could be like telling yourself that you're not good enough, or telling yourself that you need to make a decision about the rest of your life right now. In any event, what I am feeling is that you're at some kind of a crossroads in your life. You feel afraid. You want to make sure that you get justice for what's happened to you in the past. And it is time for you to move on, which is what the Death card is telling you. But there's something here that's holding you back. So once you align your chakras and allow them to work in harmony, and then you clear out some of the lower vibrational energy, such as fears, doubts, insecurity, not having the answer right now. Anytime you feel a sense of urgency or like you have to have the answer right now, you're usually in your ego mind, because ideally we want to be able to like fully let go. And if there's something that's like, oh my gosh, I need to know right this second, it really, I mean, what do you really need to know at the end of the day right this second? Like, let's say, for example, it's like a house sale and they're like really, really pushing you. I mean, do you really want to get into a situation where you've got somebody pushing you so hard and you're basically also pushing yourself so hard to come up with this decision? Because the truth is there are thousands and thousands of homes out there, or whatever it is for you. I'm just using that as an example. There are thousands more homes, but what happens is our mind makes us think that, oh my gosh, this is my only option, right? So with drumming is like, sound, whether it's drumming on a pot or pan or drumming on an actual drum. And then it can help stabilize your energy so that you don't feel so frazzled or afraid or ungrounded or insecure. And then you can go into meditation, and that will actually help you get in touch with your higher self. So the Direction Guardian is actually a story about Ezekiel, who saw something, and it was an angel with 4 different faces. So one was a cherub or a child, one was a bull, and I talked about that. That could be a Taurus in your life. One was a lion and one was an eagle. And so it basically symbolizes that angels can show up in many different ways in your life, but always for your highest good. So an angel showed up for you today in the form of Archangel Michael. I believe that I showed up as an angel or an angel messenger for you today with this reading. An angel can show up for you in the way of animals, like I talked about previously. So the other thing that I'm getting here, advice for you, is to look for the signs. Even if it doesn't seem like it's a sign, look around, because there are so many angels around you, and the angels will help you get the bigger picture so that you don't feel so scared about things. Okay? So that is it for your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please go down below and subscribe to my channel, and also give the post a thumbs up, a like, and leave me a comment if this made sense to you, because I have no idea what's going on for you guys, and it's really helpful for me to know if you feel comfortable sharing with me how it relates to you. Okay? I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, to everybody that chose stack B. And so your crystal that you chose is Mookaite Jasper. Mookaite Jasper. Mookaite Jasper is really good for grounding yourself. Jaspers are typically kind of a slow-moving crystal, slow acting, I should say, but they will really help you to feel stabilized and grounded. And Mookaite comes from Australia or New Zealand. All right, so I did this reading a little bit differently. And how I did it is I used tarot cards from the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot deck. This is a great deck, and I will put links to all of the card decks and the crystals that we talk about today down below in the description box in case there's anything that you would like to purchase for yourself. So what we're doing is we're going to look, to start out with, we're going to look at what is the current energy that you are in right now, and then we're going to look at what is an obstacle that you're facing right now. And then after that, we'll look at your advice, okay? So let's look at your current energy. So your current energy is coming up as the Ten of Pentacles, reversed. So upright, the Ten of Pentacles, you can see, I mean, it's this woman and this man and their dogs and their child, and there's all these pentacles. Pentacles stand for, I'm actually hearing respect right now. So that's interesting. But normally in tarot, they stand for material items. So things that are grounded in reality. So it stands for money because they're coins. It stands for foundations in terms of, solidity and material possessions mostly. So the 10 is the highest that you can go in the major arcana. So the 10 upright is wonderful. It shows that you've got plenty of material possessions and plenty of money coming in. So the 10 of Pentacles in reverse could mean that you've lost some money. You may have lost your job or income stream due to COVID or something else. But it can also mean that you decided to retire early or you received some kind of gift or inheritance. Okay, so that's your current position right now. Let's find out what obstacle you're facing. Okay, so you're facing the Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups upright, as you can see, shows a man who has moved on. He's moved beyond these cups right here. And cups stand for emotion and intuition. Your card was reversed. And what that means is that you are choosing not to leave this emotional situation behind, but it actually is a really good thing. Or you could be leaving it behind, but you are still in a position of experiencing great joy and happiness. So with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse, it is my guess that you either lost money but found a way to make more money and to be more emotionally fulfilled, or you received some type of inheritance or some type of money. It could even be like unemployment or something. So I don't think that you're in like a terrible position right now. Now we are going to move on to your advice for this situation, or for your advice for right now in your life. Wow, okay, so your first card is the solar plexus chakra, and this is where the Mookaite comes in. And it says, shine. You are made of stardust, so keep sparkling. So I'm really curious if you've been doing work on yourself, or if you've been allowing more of your joy to come out. You could be doing like little things like painting or drawing or just things that make you happy, and you're allowing your inner child to come out. It could even be like, I'm hearing restaurants. So I don't know, trying new restaurants, trying new cooking, something like that. In any event, the solar plexus chakra is about self-confidence, self-will, and self-esteem. And it's our power center. This is where we have power. This is where we're really in touch with our abilities, and we feel good about ourselves. So it's great. And this is saying, you're doing a great job. Keep it up and keep shining. Let's see what your other advice is. Okay, arrow. Excuse me. Surround yourself with protective energy. Okay, so you don't need to worry here, but it is important if you're empathic, which you could be, and especially because we got the solar plexus chakra card here, because that is where our solar plexus can become totally like blown out if we are empathic or highly sensitive, or if we grew up in an environment where we had to kind of like put out feelers to see how everybody else was feeling. So all this is saying is that it's important for you to surround yourself with protective energy. You have a special light, which I know from this, and people are attracted to that light. And as you know, like a moth to a flame, oftentimes the shiniest people, the people that are really sending the light out can attract lower vibrational energies. So I don't want to scare you with this, but I just want to tell you to make sure that you're protecting yourself with a circle of light every day. So something that you can do here, I love the gold. We've had a lot of yellow and gold here. So you can imagine yourself protected with a circle around your energy field that's made of gold every single day, okay? And also protect your dreams. Whatever your dreams are, you want to have some protection there. Oh, you had a bunch of cards. That's right. Okay, Sage was next for your advice. So be devoted and committed. If you've been thinking about writing something, or you're working on journaling, or you're doing something for yourself that involves writing, or really anything, you're being asked to be devoted and committed. I also feel like it would really benefit you to get into nature and devote yourself and commit yourself to getting yourself into nature. Even if it's only for 5 minutes a day, it's really going to help you. And also just being involved in healing activities. There's a lot of green here, and the yellow and sage, right? So sage is also about protection. This is talking about like a wise sage, but it's also, to me, psychically, it's telling me that sage would be good for you, and that's about protecting your energy. I'm going to just move this down a little because I did have somebody ask me to be able to see the cards better. So let's move all these down here. Okay. And then what's going to happen when you do this, when you're devoted and committed, it's going to help with your sacral chakra. And that's where addictions can be, codependency. That's really our most delicate energy center. So we'll put that there, and let's look at your next piece of advice. Wow, okay, the wolf. Winter, take care of your needs. So if you're somebody that has a hard time putting your own needs first, and many of us do, the wolf is telling you at this time, surround yourself with protective energy. Don't feel guilty about it. Take care of your own needs. Allow yourself to keep shining. Make a commitment to yourself to keep doing what it is that you're doing, because you're doing a really good job at it. And there's so much gold. And then I'm reminded that this tray is gold, which is just beautiful. Okay. So this is a piece of Covalite. This may also benefit you. It actually helps with like bringing to the surface past emotions or like past traumas and things like that. If you've been doing any type of trauma work, your guidance is to keep going, because you're really uncovering a lot and you're healing yourself. You're helping yourself to heal. Also, the wolf is a teacher. That is one of the symbols of the wolf. And also, the wolf goes from being very involved in the pack. Wolves hunt in packs, and that is what they're known for. But then, there's also the phrase, the lone wolf. So this is talking about being able to use discernment and balance, really. It's talking about balance, and I'm feeling like you may want to watch Stack A, because the first card out was Justice, which was about balance. So it's okay for you to go from being a part of the group and then pulling back and meeting your own needs, and then being a part of a group and pulling back and meeting your own needs. That's actually healthy. Okay, so that is it for this reading. This was a great reading, and I'm really looking forward to hearing your comments. Please leave me a comment below and let me know if you resonate with this. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hello to everyone that chose Stack C, and here is your reading. So the crystal that you chose is black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is typically a crystal of protection, and it's also a crystal of grounding. So what I did for this reading is I looked at what is your current situation, what is an obstacle that you are facing, and what is your advice concerning this obstacle or the situation that you're in currently. So the first thing that we're going to look at is, what is your current situation? Beautiful. So you've got the Fool. So this is the first card of the major arcana in a tarot deck. And as you can see, it is the number 0. So you could actually be between an ending and a new beginning. Right? So there's a lot of yellow on this card, a lot of positivity. And you see this person here, and he has this stick with just a tiny little sack of stuff. So he's not bringing a lot of baggage from the past. He just has a little bit. He's got this flower. So there is like a sense of naivety here. and he's on the edge of this cliff, so he really needs to take a step forward. He doesn't know whether there's going to be another solid step in front of him, right? So this is the Fool's journey. This is what the Tarot, the major arcana, talk about. And what happens is he goes through the cards, and we see what happens with everybody when they get to a certain stage. Every stage kind of follows this certain template. So everything is bright and positive right now, but he hasn't taken the leap. So this is a new beginning. Now let's see what your current challenge is. Okay, so your current challenge is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about emotions and intuition. And typically, the Knight of Cups is somebody that is it's actually another person typically that comes in, and they're very romantic and they want to sweep you off your feet, and they come in, they're very chivalrous. So I'm curious if you have a new relationship with someone in your life where perhaps this person fits that description. Like they've got the wings, so they might look like an angel or a knight. It might look like a knight in shining armor, just like this guy does. And, of course, he's on the white horse. It's beautiful. So the cup here signifies an offering that this person is making to you. So right off the bat, I'm guessing that there is, wow, it's really interesting though if you look at these cards together, because they're facing in completely opposite directions, right? They're not talking to each other, okay? New beginning, and is it a new beginning in love? It's definitely a new beginning. The challenge is this new offering. So knights in Tarot are not as young as pages, which are an immature energy, but they're not as mature as a king energy. So let's see where we are going with this. And you may have a challenge with maybe being seduced by somebody that looks like a knight in shining armor. That might be part of what's going on here. So let's look more at the other cards and see what happens. Wow, okay, so this is great. So your next card is a crystal card, and this is about the third eye. And the crystal was tourmaline. So I got a black tourmaline because that's what I happen to have. I have a lot of black tourmaline, but there are other forms of tourmaline. There is actually blue tourmaline is a great crystal for mediumship or connecting with ancestors. And there are definitely ancestors around in these readings here. There's also pink tourmaline, which is October's birthstone, and there is brown tourmaline, which is also known as dravite. That really helps with grounding. And there's green tourmaline. Green tourmaline helps with healing the heart center. But to me, this is about the blue tourmaline. So trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. So when it comes to this situation, the challenge might be this new person or this new proposition that's come into your life. And what you're being guided to do is trust your intuition about this situation. That is your advice. All right, let's see what other advice you have. Okay, Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded, okay? So it's really important that you not get caught up. You've got this new beginning that's going on, and it's going to be an emotionally fulfilling new beginning, hopefully. So I feel like you have been spending more time on yourself. The Nurture Stone called to me before Stack C, and I pulled it out because that's what I'm feeling. I feel like you've been spending more time on yourself, and perhaps somebody has come into your life offering you romance or something that may even seem too good to be true because perhaps you've had a past with that type of energy and been disappointed. So this isn't saying that the person isn't real, but what it is saying is don't get caught up in your head about it. Get grounded. So root yourself down and ground yourself. Whether you have this person in your life or not, you're going to be amazing. And whether you are amazing, and whether it is this particular person or it's somebody else in the future, there are always more opportunities. There are always more choices. So while we don't want to just turn away from a wonderful opportunity or from something or someone that could, be a soulmate or whatever, I firmly believe that if they are meant to be in your life, it will come back around. It's not going to pass you, okay? And there's so many other opportunities. Or they may be a soulmate who's in your life to teach you something so that you can learn a lesson, okay? There's a lot of green on this card, and there's a lot of woods, and this is so beautiful. So there's a little heart right up here. So that's one of my signs from Archangel Raphael. So Raphael is with you, helping you We've got feathers here, which are about angels. So it would be a really good idea for you to get yourself in nature. And you might also want to check out stack B because I talked a lot about nature and healing in nature in that stack. So let's look at your next advice card. Oh, wow. Okay. So you got the Hermit coming out next. And the Hermit's advice to you is retreat and recharge. So this is meditation. This is also something that came up in stack B. So definitely check that one out. It's totally okay for you to remove yourself from the situation for a little while so that you can breathe and so that you can get clarity. Okay. And again, this just really validates the thing about the Hermit and retreating and recharging. I feel like you're putting too much energy into finding out what's going on here and you're forgetting about yourself. The Water Guardian is really connecting with your emotions, but also connecting with your intuition. So emotions and intuition are both water. They're both cups type of energy, which is this right here. Okay. So you're being given an opportunity. And then again, we've got this dark blue. So, and we've got Archangel Michael right here. So this is about the third eye, your throat, also being able to trust yourself and knowing that you are in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Okay. There's a lot of blue in this card too. I just realized. And then there's water. There's a river. So connect with your emotions. You might, if you feel scared because it is a scenario where you're like worried about letting somebody new in because of what has happened with you in the past or what has happened for you, it's a great idea for you to actually just listen to yourself, meditate, listen to your inner child, listen to your inner self, listen to those parts of you that feel afraid. And sometimes that just involves getting quiet and closing your eyes and seeing if there's any sensations that you can feel in your body, physiologically. Is your heart beating fast? Do you feel yourself constricting? Do you feel yourself really expansive? Do you feel your palms sweating? Do you, that type of thing. And then that can lead you to actually connecting with your emotions. Another good question to ask yourself is, where have I felt this before? With who have I felt this before? Or in what circumstance have I dealt with this before? So that's those two. And then your last card, oh, so pretty, is the Heart Guardian. So it says love and let yourself be loved. So I don't necessarily know if this has to do even with this other person. It could, but the big thing that I'm hearing is that this is about loving yourself and letting yourself receiving your own love. And then again, we've got this big heart right here. So the heart is the Archangel Raphael. And I got this piece of malachite recently, which is right here. And, there's thousands and thousands of pieces of malachite, but the one that I got, I don't know if it's going to be able to be in focus, has a little heart on it. So there it is. You can see it. Yeah, so this is, and it's green. So this is an Archangel Raphael. This is a stone of transformation. The animal often associated with malachite is the butterfly, okay? I also was hearing a lot before doing this reading. I kept hearing Mother Mary. So, and I see this, and this reminds me of Mother Mary here. So Mother Mary is all about nurturing. And again, this spoke to me before your reading. It wasn't out in any other reading, I don't think. So this is about nurturing yourself. Yeah, and then she's got the rose. So the red rose is also a symbol of Mother Mary. And I'm not talking about Mother Mary in a religious sense. I'm talking about Mother Mary as an ascended master, meaning that ascended masters are very high vibration energies that once walked the earth but reached a state of nirvana or a state of extreme high consciousness, and that they come through now to guide and help people on their life path. Whenever I see Mother Mary, it is about having extreme compassion, gentleness, and kindness with yourself. She's that ultimate mother figure that we all wish we had, right? Because she isn't human anymore. So she can give you unconditional love. And this really wants to help you, and it wants to see you give yourself unconditional love. I'm hearing the word protection right now. So I think that it's important that you learn how to help yourself, especially your inner child or these parts of you maybe that weren't protected, to feel protected so that they feel grounded and safe and secure. So again, I would recommend that you check out Stack B And this is such a great reading. I'm really happy for you. This is awesome. There's so many different colors here. I mean, if you look at the cards, there's, you've got really deep stuff going on, which is so beautiful. I mean, you've got the red, you've got the red, the green, and the blue, and you've got the heart, the earth, and the water, which is so cool. So it's really also cool because the way I have them lined up is that there's a lot of balance here, because the red is the root chakra. The green is the heart chakra, which serves as the middle chakra in the chakra systems, and it bridges our lower energies, the material needs that we have, or, drives and desires. It bridges that and our physical body with the water aspects of ourselves, or our emotions, our intellect, and our intuition. So this is like the start of the chakra system, and this could be, well, if it was purple, it would be the top, but it's blue. But the green is in the middle there, so it's like the bridge. So this is really about finding balance within yourself. And now that I'm saying that, you might also want to check out Stack A because the Justice card was there. So I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please go down below and let me know in the comment section. And also remember that I left links for everything in the description box, and please subscribe if you haven't yet, and share my videos with your friends if you think that your friends would enjoy them. Okay? Have an awesome, awesome day, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.